أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Lesson number 1, Surah Al-Fatihah, ayah number 1 to 7. Bismi, with name, Allahi of Allah, Ar-Rahman, the entirely merciful, Ar-Rahim, the especially merciful. Do you see? Under the ayah, under every word, there is a word breakup. For example, under the word Bismi, you have bi and then Sin and Mim. Do you see that gap between ba and Sin and Mim? This gap or this breakup is to show you that the Arabic words, they are a combination of several words. Basically, you can break down a word. So for example, over here in Bismi, the letter ba, that gives us the meaning of with. And the Sin Mim is from ism. What does ism mean? Name, noun, right? So bi, with, ism, name. Bismi, with name. The next word is Allah, which is the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then we have Ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahman is broken down into two, Al and Rahman. Al, the alif lam that you see, that means the, which is why the translation is the entirely merciful. So Al is the, and Rahman means entirely merciful. So Ar-Rahman together, the entirely merciful. Then we have Ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahim is broken into Al and Rahim. What does Al mean? The. What does Rahim mean? Especially merciful. Alright? Next ayah. Alhamdu, all praise, or the praise. Alhamdu is broken down into Al, meaning the or all, and Hamd means praise. So together, Alhamdu, what does that mean? All praise, or the praise. Then we have Lillahi, for Allah. Lillahi is a combination of two words, Li and Allah. Do you know the meaning of Allah? Allah. And this Li, what does that mean? For. So Li, for, Allahi, Allah. Rabb is Rabb, and Al-Alameen. It's a big word. That means we should be able to break it down. What does Al mean? The. Alameen, worlds. Okay? And you see the Yanun, Alam, and then Een. Alam, and then Een. This Een indicates plural. So it's not just world, but what is it? Worlds. Just as you have Muslim and you have Muslimin, Mu'min and you have Mu'mineen. Alright? So similarly you have Alam, world, and Alameen, worlds. Alright? So Al-Alameen, we break it down into Al-Alam and Een, the worlds. Next ayah. Ar-Rahman. What does it mean? The entirely merciful. We break it down into Al, the, Rahman, entirely merciful. The next word, Ar-Rahim. Al, the, Rahim, especially merciful. Next ayah. Maliki, master. Malik. Have you heard the word Malik? Mulk. This is all from the same origin. So Malik, master, we don't break up this word. It's one word. Then we have Yawmi. Yawm, day. Yawmul Eid. Yawmul Hajj. This is what? One word. You don't break it down. Yawm. The next word is Ad-Din. How can we break this down? Al and deen. What does al mean? The. And deen means recompense. So ad-deen, what does ad-deen mean together? The recompense. Just as al-hamdu, al-rahman, al and rahim. So then we have al and deen. So ad-deen, the recompense. So far, what have you learned? What's the basic thing that you've learned? That al means the. Alright. Next ayah. Iyaka. Only you. Iyaka is a combination of two words. Iya and ka. Ka means you. Just as you say, Jazakallah. May Allah reward who? Ka. You. Alright? So, iya and ka. Only you. Then we have na'budu. We worship. Na'budu is broken down into two. The na at the beginning and then ayn ba dal. Na indicates we. Na indicates we. And ayn ba dal, what does that remind you of? Ibadah. What does that mean? Worship. So na'budu together, what does it mean? We worship. Alright? Na'budu, we worship. Wa. What does wa mean? And. Then again we have iyaka, only you. And then we have nasta'een. Big word. We should be able to break it down. This word, first of all, just as we read in na'budu, this begins with nasta'een. So what does na mean? We. Clear? Okay, let's move on to the following letters. Then we have sin and ta. Nasta'een. Just as you have istikhara. Istighfar. What does istikhara mean? To seek khair from Allah. What does istighfar mean? To seek forgiveness from Allah. So isti'ana, nasta'een is to seek what? Een, help from Allah. So the sin and ta, they give the meaning of ask for. Alright? So na, we, sin and ta give the meaning of ask for, seek for. And een at the end, together, een is from aun, which means help. So nasta'een, what does that mean? We ask for help. Clear? Shall we move on? Alright. Then we have ihdina. Ihdina. This is a combination of two words. First of all, we have ihdi, and then we have na. Alright? First we have ihdi, and then we have na. Ihdi. Any other word that sounds similar to ihdi? Hidayah. Al-huda. So hidayah means guidance. So ihdi means guide. What does ihdi mean? Guide. And na means us. So ihdina together, what does it mean? Guide us. Ihdina, guide us. Then we have as-sirat. As-sirat, you break it down for me. Al and sirat. What does al mean? The. What does sirat mean? Path. Alright. Next word. Al-mustaqim. Al. What does al mean? The. Mustaqim means straight. Next word. Sirata. Path. Now you see, in ayah number 6 you have as-sirata. In ayah number 7 you have sirata. What's the difference between the two? One has al and the other does not have al. Which is why the one with al, we translate that as the path. And the one without, we translate it as path. So sirata, path, alladina, of those who. Okay? This is a new word. Alladina, of those who. Then we have an'amta. an'amta. We'll break this down into two. An'am and ta. An'ama, in'am, ni'mah. What does that mean? Blessing. What does ni'mah mean? Blessing. Right? So an'am gives the meaning of bestowing favor. And ta means you. So far, we have learned that ka means you, iyyaka, and ta also means you. An'amta. So an'amta together, what does it mean? You bestowed favor. Alright? An'amta, you bestowed favor. Alayhim. Alayhim is a combination of two words. Ala and him. What does ala mean? Upon. And what does him mean? Them. So ala, upon, him, them. Alayhim together, upon them. Alright. Then we have ghayri. Ghayri means other than, without. You cannot break this word down. Then we have al-maghdub. What does al mean? The. Maghdub, those who earned anger. So al-maghdub, those who earned anger. Right? So the is combined with ones. So it turns into those. Not just ones who earned anger, but those who earned anger. Alayhim. This word is coming again. What is it a combination of? Ala and him. Upon them. Wa and la, not. Ad-dallin. Al. What does al mean? The. Right? Dal, from dalal, misguidance. So dal, one who is astray. And een. What does een mean? What does een mean? I want to hear it. It's plural. Just as we have in al-alamin. Similarly, we have ad-dallin. So ad-dallin, those who are astray. Those who are astray. So this was the word breakdown, just to see where the words fall, how we translate them in this way. Let's listen to the recitation.
أعوذ